Hey guys, Pedro here. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use a Hal9 chatbot or a Hal9 agent through an API. If this is not your first time on this channel, you know that you can build a chatbot or an AI agent on Hal9 using our UI. We have a wizard on our website that you can use to generate an agent in seconds. But for a lot of applications, for example, if you're building a website or a video game, or if you're building an IoT device, or maybe you're building another agent, it's very useful to call these agents through an API. That's what we're gonna do today. There's gonna be a second video for an advanced use case where we give you full control of this, but you should start here. This is step one, and yeah, let's get started. So first step is going to hal9.com, and we're gonna sign in. I already have an account, but you might have to sign up if that's necessary. The first step is to create my agent. And again, this is probably known by some of you. I'm gonna call this the Oracle. And I mean, this is just a demo. I want this agent to write horoscopes. No, I don't believe in all that, but I think it's gonna be fun. We can leave everything else as it is. We're gonna hit create. And I have my agent here, or my chatbot. And I'm gonna test it. I'm gonna say, hi, I'm actually Libra. And this is all well known for you. If you've been following us, the chatbot is already working. And as always, we have here the edit section where we see the code of our agent. So once we have our chatbot, we want to set the right permissions here. We want this to be at least unlisted, so an API can actually access it from outside your user. So the next step is going to be setting up our API call. I'm going to be using Postman here, and we're going to create a new post request. I'm going to be making a second video of an advanced version of this because in this case, we're going to be using Hal9's API, and you can see here that the URL that we're calling is basically a URL for Hal9 as a platform, and we're going to be passing a couple of headers here. One is the content type. This one is very well known. We're going to be doing application JSON. And a very important field here is the API key. So in order to get your API key field, you have to go back to Hal9, and you're gonna go here to developers. So this is the field that you want to get, not this one exactly. You have to click here, show token. And once you get it, you just copy it from here and you paste it here. Again, don't do it with excess. You have to actually generate your token by clicking here, show token. Then we are gonna go here to body, and we're gonna select raw. And we are going to send this JSON with two properties. One is path, and the other is message. So remember, this endpoint is a generic endpoint of the Hal9 API. We need to tell it that we want to use this particular chatbot or this particular agent. So I need to get the username and the name of my agent. I'm gonna copy here this, and I'm gonna paste it here. So basically here you want to have your username slash the name of your chatbot or your agent, and in the message you're gonna have the message that you're sending. In this case is the sign that you want to send. In this case, I'm gonna still using Libra, but from your application you can write there whatever is needed. No, so we have this here, and when we send this request, we get this response. You can see it here. Seems like the moon is on Cancer, moon's transit, blah, blah, blah. Well, we have here the whole response from the model. That's the message that we got. And we got chat ID. So for most applications, maybe this is enough. You just use this and that's it. But for some of you, maybe you need to continue the conversation, and that's what most chatbots do. If that's your case, you can add this chat ID to the request message, and we can continue the conversation. Remember, this is a chatbot agent that we are interacting with, and we can say things, for example, like, please do it in Spanish. And when we use the chat ID, we're keeping all the context of the conversation of that particular chat, of that conversation. And you can see here that we got the message, ¿cuál es tu signo? In Spanish. And I can say I'm Cancer. And if this was a new conversation, the chatbot would have answered in English, but you can see that it's giving us the horoscope in Spanish because it's keeping the context of the conversation that we're having. So this is great for a lot of applications, as I was saying, like imagine a video game, for instance, where an NPC is talking to you. Maybe you build all the UI by yourself, but you're consuming your agent using Hal9. Another really cool usage for this is that on Hal9 we have a catalog of multiple agents that you can use. Probably one of the most popular out there is the Flux agent, where you can ask for an image, and you're gonna use the Flux stable diffusion model to generate an image. So in this case, I'm using again the chat UI, but we could consume this agent using the Hal9's API. So just to give you an example, I'm gonna replace the path from my agent to the Flux agent from Hal9, and I'm gonna delete the chat ID because this is a new conversation, and I'm gonna write here my request. So I want a cool green car flying over the moon. These ones usually require more time because we are running the stable diffusion model, that it's heavier. It takes a few seconds, and it's here. You can see that the response includes a URL for a JPEG that I can open and show you here the image that I just got. So this is really cool if you're building a generative game or something that requires live images. You can just call this API and get a cool image built with stable diffusion. So this is it. Now you can use chatbots and agents built on Hal9 through an API. Hopefully this is useful, and please watch the next video to show you the advanced version of this, where you use Hal9 as a whole deployment platform for APIs that might be or not be agents in general. So hope you stay, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Take care.